A teacher accused of inappropriately touching a kindergartner faced a judge today. That makes the second teacher in HISD charged in the last week. And then just 20 minutes ago, we learned a third teacher has been arrested accused of also inappropriately touching multiple students in January of 2019. Camril Hawk taught as a substitute at Cunningham Elementary. HISD says he was removed from campus immediately. It is downright frightening how often we report on these kinds of stories. Now there's a new state database that's making it easier to track teachers accused of this kind of misconduct. Jason Miles looks at the effort to keep them out of the classrooms.
One of the two teachers arrested in recent days teaches here at Lockhart Elementary School, although the alleged crime happened at another campus. Both men are accused of inappropriately touching students.
James Bradley?
39-year-old teacher James Bradley got a lesson in the law this morning during his initial court appearance.
Mr. Bradley, you're here accused of a second-degree felony indecency with a child by sexual contact.
Bradley is accused of inappropriately touching a student inside a pre-K classroom at Foster Elementary last February. According to court records, the alleged victim told her mother it happened a number of times and, quote, made her feel sad.
And he seems such a happy man, and he loves children.
Bradley's arrest follows that of former HISD teacher Raymond Williams. He's charged with inappropriately touching at least 4 children while working at Cashmere Gardens Elementary.
That's just a sad thing that we're dealing with right now with HISD.
HISD board trustee Wanda Adams says it appears Bradley was moved to Lockhart Elementary after allegations arose at Foster, but believes he should have been placed on leave instead.
They should not be placed at any campuses whatsoever until investigations are completed.
She supports a new so-called Do Not Hire registry rolled out last month by the Texas Education Agency, which allows districts to identify teachers who have criminal records or those who are simply under investigation for alleged misconduct. Brittany Brass likes that it will eventually be available for public viewing.
I mean, because we have to know who's teaching and who's around our kids 8 hours of the day.
But the head of the Houston Federation of Teachers says you're innocent until proven guilty, adding in a statement, quote, allegations can always happen. Listing investigations before they are adjudicated is tantamount to Salem witch trials. The teachers arrested in these most recent cases are being held on bonds totaling $130,000. Meantime, HISD is cooperating with investigators, and the district says campus safety remains its top priority. In the 3rd Ward, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.